Greetings, dear ones. So, this is Arunachala, the beautiful hill of awareness. It effortlessly makes you aware of who you are. This is the hill of light, the Skanda Tattva. And this hill is Agni Tattva, the form of Shiva, the form of Agni. This Agni burns all our delusions, all our ignorances. And after all this burns, what remains is you, the pure awareness. So, light denotes the light of wisdom and the light that you are. But these are all tattvas that are beyond the name and forms. That is why I always say tattva. So, I am not talking about the hill as some identity. I am not talking about even skanda as some identity. I am just referring to them as the elements, the principles. And skanda represents the light, and Shiva represents the Agni, the destroyer. He doesn't destroy us, this belief of, he destroys everything. He destroys the ego. He destroys the ignorance. So, in that form, if you see, in that manner, if you see, even this form is very, very, very delightful. It's very difficult to get into this beyond name and form. And that's what it has been my experience in my life. The seekers are stuck somewhere in the name and form, Nama Rupa. So, especially in these retreats is the place where we have, a space that is very conducive to help us realize that is which is beyond the name and form. So, we just finished a 4-day retreat, very blissful, very peaceful, very divine, very powerful, where profound experiences of blissfulness, where people experience what we are talking about. So, it's no more just a philosophy or a teaching. It's actually practical experience, because only then you get convinced. So that is why I keep retreats in this place where everything is effortless. So when we go deeper and deeper into these tattvas, and one realizes they have experiences. So many people came from so many places all over India, right from the north of India and the south of India and the west and east of India, all the 4 corners. People even coming from Bihar and all that. So that shows this area just pulls you, this mountain just pulls you. Whoever is ready for these tattvas, it pulls you, and you are helplessly coming here. Many of them told, without any plans and effortlessly, helplessly, they have just landed up here. So that's how we realize that we are not the doers. So something else that's playing the whole thing. And if we just surrender to that. Now surrendering is a very difficult thing. But when we come here and learn and practice this alignment, it becomes very practical for us. There have been so many experiences that were there in so many days. Profound experiences of around 4 healings that happen very spontaneously. Nobody heals. It just happens. When you align it, everything happens. So many examples of people climbing up the hill and down without an ounce of tiredness. So much in this hot sun. It's very hot here. You can see me sweating. But still there is a kind of a natural bliss, natural peace, natural easiness that comes even in this discomfort. We climbed up the hill, we moved around the hill, and so many activities right from morning 6 o'clock. It goes up to like 9:30 at night. So many different activities, so many long sessions. In the sessions I'm noticing people are just settled down. This was a very mature group, 25 people. No movements, no restlessness, sitting profoundly still, entering to the deep state of awareness, realizing through that awareness, is sitting in the stillness and then realizing the deep secrets. It's a very, I can't explain. It's a very joyful experience for me also. It is my tapas. When I do the retreat, I look forward to it because great things happen to me also. So that's the beauty of this place. Next we are having in November first week itself. So if you have missed it for some reason, you could not come here, you're most welcome. Otherwise also, if not, you cannot make it for retreats, come here, stay in these places, move around, and you can do my courses if you want on awareness. Otherwise, just see the videos, and if you can understand the tattva, then come here and experience it. Practice it and experience. This is very strange. Practice also. All these hours we are sitting in the day and we are not doing a single thing. No technique, no this, no that. It's just happening. When you just shift into awareness, everything happens. All that you do is shift. That's all. That's beautiful. I have some more delightful programs coming up, very deep, that I'll share as soon as possible as when I reach, because I'm still here for a day or two. Today we have the retreat, one-day retreat with the Westerners, the people who are from out of India, senior guys, been here in India for from 1970 onwards. So very senior people who have been practicing Hua and all. They find shifting into awareness very beautiful and very easy now. They say it bridges the gap between what we are doing and the self-inquiry. Who am I? And it's very true. So that gives me delight that these things are helping, and very easily these things are happening even without much of publicity and all those things. No posters, no this, that. Just this one platform that I have, shifting into awareness. Whatever we post it there, and people are just simply attracted from this channel, YouTube channel, and here the videos, simple videos that we have here. So I'm happy. I'm seeing that you don't need a lot of effort to do a lot of things to get into this. It simply happens. So I'll update you about the webinars, the Zoom sessions, because I'll continue doing those satsangs, and it will be very powerful, I can assure you. We just finished that close to 20 days of Avadut Gita, every day 3 hours. I don't know how you can make up the time or anything, but it's very serious stuff, very, very serious stuff. You can see your evolution just happening when you are just in that state of satsanga, in that state of involvedness, in that state of awareness. Great things happen. It's destined to be, it will happen. That's how it is. So I'll be coming up with very deep tattvas of Shiva, and you'll understand very easily without much of concepts and forms and all that, because please understand, your biggest challenge is to go beyond the form, and there is no realizing the self without going into Advaita, formlessness. With the form you can reach to a certain level, but then you have to enter the zone of Advaita, which is beyond the Nama Rupa. And this is called the direct path, what we are doing here, because you don't have to go through a lot of things to understand the simple concept. Those who are ripe and mature, they will simply attend. They'll simply know. This time we had 2 children again. One of them was very interactive, Gauri, just 10 years old. All the satsang, all the whole sessions she sat, she shared, she asked questions, and she had a lot of information which revealed so much about her understanding about it. This shows the maturity of these little children who are coming up with the proper understanding of these tattvas. Proper. They just understand it without even being taught all these kind of details. This shows the simplicity. Like, for example, we were moving around the whole zone of lingas, and everybody, we were all, as usual, accustomed to looking at the form and getting the darshan and blah, 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 all that stuff. And here this little child stands apart. In the side, every Shivalinga we are going, she is standing apart in the opposite direction, not even looking at the temple with her eyes closed for a couple of minutes. And I'm asking her, what are you doing? Because I took a snap of her everywhere. And she said, no, nothing. I said, tell me, I have the proof that you are doing something. Then I showed her the photograph. She's standing quiet every 5 minutes, every place where we are halting. Then she told me, I'm doing the same thing that you taught, awareness. I said, but you're doing it in the opposite direction. Shivalinga is inside. She said, how does it matter? This is it. This is it. Somebody understands what is formlessness, a 10-year-old, and knows how to connect with that formlessness. He said, how does it matter whether it's behind me, front of me and all that? Because what she's connecting from within is awareness, pure consciousness. See how difficult it is for us to understand. So, My work here is basically to dissolve all the concepts and philosophies and methods and techniques and this and that and all your belief systems. We found it so difficult, People shudder when these concepts shake out. But until these concepts and everything, every single concept in your mind drops this way, this, that, all that we have learned, until it is unlearned, there is no going anywhere to the self. You cannot carry this and go to the self. You must understand this. Even if you don't understand, the time will come and we will realize it. The time is when we keep doing and nothing happens. And after a certain stage, there is frustration. Why things are not moving? I know everything. I'm doing everything. Why am I feeling stuck? Why is that experience not complete? This is the reason. So if you feel like that, you're welcome to come to these retreats. You'll experience it. We're not just talking here, not shooting something in the air. So whatever is taught in shifting into awareness, the pathless path of the mystics, great mystics. These are all the Avadut Marg. We are meeting Avaduts here. Every day people are meeting here. You can see we are understanding after Avadut Tattva what are Avaduts. There is nothing about hankering behind them. You stand and how you connect with them, their responses, the blessings that come. We saw it. Standing when we are looking at Topiama, because she is right in front of our retreat, what we are doing. Every day she passes from there. So every day people have darshan. We don't have to run around. And one Avduta is right in front of us, and another Avduta, just somebody is taking him in a auto rickshaw, and right in front of us, he stops the auto guy and gets out and comes and stands amidst us, all of us. And wow, he just blessed everyone because everybody was. He came right to where we were standing. All these things happen when we understand the Tattva. You don't have to run behind them. As I told you, at times, it says when you are thirsty, the horse has to go to the well. No. If there is one zone which at certain time, if it is so sharp, so deep and so profound and so pure, the well comes to the horse. I've seen this. I've experienced this. So it is not laziness where you sit like that. It is your connection. It is your purity, your intention. So all that things happen here and we witness it, and then we have proofs and evidence to this logic mind which cannot otherwise understand these tattvas. So if you ever feel difficulty in going beyond concept and feeling stuck and all that, despite doing everything, come here. You can come to the retreats, or even if you don't come and move around here. You'll slowly realize you'll need to do repeated visits here. But if you want to understand the tattva, you can join the retreats here. You come here for 3 days, you see the experience and do the retreats and be here, see the difference. Because that alignment, that tattva, it has to be activated within us. That activation happens here. I wouldn't want to glorify that activation with some name, but it does happen. The activation happens. Once that's activated, then you are like a dynamo. You keep going. You're most welcome. Next month we are having, those who missed this time, November 2nd, not 2nd, I think, some first week only somewhere, I am not sure. So that I'm going to put in a day or two. I'm going to announce that. So if you are wanting to come, most welcome. If you are still interested and before the website thing coming, you can shoot a message to me. If you are still interested to book earlier, you can do that. We are going to have a very small group because this is for people who could not make it because the session was full this time. We couldn't accommodate more than that much. So I had to ask the people who are trying to book for this retreat to come for the next month. So it's a couple of people. So, and that's fine. Crowd is not a problem. If these seekers are deep and they have that intensity, I'm ready to sit with even 4 or 5. Anyways, because I come here every month, it's a beautiful opportunity for me also to spend time with you in the presence of this divinity. So with much divine love and light, I'm going today. I have some work with the Western crowd also. They come. They're very frequent. So every time I come, they've requested you have a session for us also, 1 day retreat. So we have it with them, and they have a different approach. Anyways, the destination is the same. Anyways, so with much divine love and light to all of you, stay blessed. May we all evolve together and may we all be free.